there, folks. Welcome back. So, here in the lab, we have another project. Of course, it is, of course, a lantern. Well, this is a DIETZ Blizzard. This is a special No.2 Blizzard. That's kind of, I think that's just another word for large fount. I think I got a large fount D light here I can show you. We'll do a little comparison. There you go. This is future project here. This is, you can see, a large fount D light. There you can see. Yeah, same fount. Same fount. Pretty cool. Okay. So this got an issue up here for sure, but we can fix that, no problem. We'll fix that. And so this thing is painted. Yeah, I bet you this is all painted shut. All this shit, and they painted everything. This didn't have a cap on it, but I had an extra cap, which I think is going to match the patina of this pretty well for the texturing. We'll see. I have a couple of these that are less, kind of chewed up like that, but we'll see if we'll get this one to. We want it to match. We don't want it to look out of place on there. We want it to look like it was there the whole time. So everything looks good down here. I haven't done anything with this except take the globe out. This did not have a DIETZ globe in it, and we'll put a nice DIETZ globe in it when we're done. So let's look this thing over, get it apart, and then we'll get this freaking awful paint off it. Looks like they painted over some shit here. Well, we'll investigate. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so let's put on our lab glasses here. Your $1 lab glasses. All right, so we know cap comes off. And
let me try turning one knob here.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not moving at all. Yeah, I bet you the darn thing's painted shut.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, shit. Yeah, look at me putting a goddamn tool mark in it.
I think what I need to do.
So I'm trying to bring these up a little bit to help us get things loose here. And we can push that back down when we're done.
Okay, let's see what this does. I turned up the level so that the clipper is now functioning.
Okay, so we got that. All right, that was it, man. It was painted shut.
The modulator. We'll see if this is any more stable.
You can see.
I'm not sure it will be.
Cemented shut with paint. Cool. Yeah, that comes loose. That's great. Yeah, it looks a little chewed up, but we'll get it cleaned up. This will clean up just fine. No problem at all with that burner. Okay, so we got that. We got that. Let's take a look at the fount. Let me get the endoscope. Okay, so let's take a look inside the fountain here and see what kind of condition we're in. Looks damn near perfect in there, man. Look at that. Oh! No, there's the cork. And we got an extra wick. All right, so there's a cork that was once this thing's filler cap. Okay, let's get that out of there. Look at that. This thing hadn't been used in a long time, man. Look at that old print. Is that a freaking toothpick? I swear to God, I found a toothpick in the fount of something just like last week. That's so strange. All right, let's get that out of there. Okay, so where are my wick grabbing pliers?
I'm gonna try something here.
Holy shit. Well, cork. That could be a pain in the butt to get out of there. But it's not going to hurt anything, leave it in there. But, well, so, yeah, when it gets to it, we'll get that out of there. We'll have to just, I'll try to grab it through the middle hole here. We'll just have to orient it. Let's see. Since this is kind of a concave bottom of the fount, I can't, I'm not going to be able to get that to the middle, so I can grab it.
There are several. And then I got this clipping unit and
Okay.
things, but I guess I didn't think I have it adjusted.
Question is, do I want to take that off now and deal with this? Yeah, let's get it off now before we remove the paint.
Things that make it that are well known. One is SWR, and SWR is no reflective power. And the other thing is modulation. And that's why I got the clipper to prevent.
So we're going to get this off here, get the dents out of it, check our tabs, make sure they're all going to be integral. We'll get the dents out of it, and we'll close up some of them little those post holes that were obviously accidentally widened out when this thing got smashed. Yeah, for sure, you can see when it got smashed, and it just pushed the tab down in, and the edges of the tab pretty much cut the crown. All right, the crown is all ready to have paint removed, and it's ready to go back on when we are ready to put it back on, which will be later in things. So yeah, that's all. That'll be just fine. Lots of freaking paint shit on there. There's a couple layers of this black shit on here, I think.
And then back on the 18th, 17th.
Yeah, so hard to say how much of this is under the paint or how much of this is in the paint. We won't know till we get this shit off of here, and it just looks like it is just layered on here, just splattered on. Just, I mean, they painted over shit. What was that? Yeah,
And
it's
we
like
decided
plaster.
to sell the place we had in the city, we did. Sold that last summer.
Plaster
And
just
we
painted
decided
over.
to get a
Yeah,
smaller
what are you
place
gonna
in
do?
the city. And
And
that's
this looks
happening
like
a week from
looks like not
Thursday,
1928. We'll
So we
we'll
got
confirm that once we get the paint off.
and won't be on the air except when we're up
Looks
here on
like
weekends.
1928.
Right,
Yeah. How about this? 98 freaking year old
Auroras.
blizzard, special blizzard.
They're
All right.
very good for remote operation.
And I got ham radio. Well, I got shortwave radio going here, listening to ham guys on 80 meters. And that's what I do. I come in here and play, listen to the ham guys, and it relaxes me. Relaxes me. All right, so now we're gonna go to the sink. We're gonna do the oven method. I'm gonna go throw this in the oven. It's 350-degree oven for about 5 minutes. Pull it out and spray it down with the Easy Off. And it'll be nice and hot and bubbly and go into it right away. And I'll turn the oven off, plop it back in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Pull it out and hit it with a brush under hot water. And this method is really starting to work well for me. So very cool. Saves a lot of Easy Off and a lot of scrubbing if you do it right. You just kind of treat it like an oven. You know what I mean? You know, they like you to preheat the oven and warm things up and all that. So, yeah, okay. All right, so that's got to go. This has got to go. I'll work on this while it's in the oven. I'm not going to worry about these tabs till it's time to put that back on because you watch. I get them all straightened out and I'll bang into it and mess them up. So I'm going to leave them just like that. Because they only got 1 or 2 bends in them, and then they break off. So we're not going to play with them until we have to. Right, let's get some paint off. All right, I'll be back. Well, here we go. We are back from paint removal. And that method worked out wonderfully. Excellent. And doesn't look it. But this thing's going to clean up nice, man. I can tell. Yeah, it's going to be real nice. So, yeah, it was like, so this, you know, so like all that was underneath all the black paint. It's finding all kinds of, looks like plaster and big globs of white paint. We'll get it all off of there. Yeah, that's plaster. So, just be a lot of bench grinder work. That'll get through a lot of this. This is going to look real nice, I do believe. So, let's get at that. And this, we might be able to do a little something more. Once we get this cleaned up, we'll see more of these micro dents that maybe we can get rid of. But I don't know. We'll just leave it like that. Kind of matches everything else going on here. All right, so we'll work on that. Work on this. We'll get this out of the way. I'm going to go over to the bench grinder, do my bench grinder work, and then we'll do what we do here. Yeah. Well, this looks great. Looks a million times better. I'm putting a junk bit on here. So, yeah. So what we got here? We got May. I'm sorry. Okay, main plant in New York. It's like May, July, I'm sorry, the main plant, July of 28. Cool, that is the born on date for this thing. Now, so we're gonna go right into a junk bit here. Yeah, this is shaping up nice, man. Bottom looks immaculate. Inside looks great. We just got to get up this stuff. I wish the wheel could get to all of it, but we're just going to have to wreck a couple bits to get through this. This is some heavy oxidation, but it's cleaning up real nice. It is indeed. So let's get at it. Let's get at it with the junk bit, and we'll take it from there. All right. Alright, yeah, looking good. Looking good with the junk bit work. It's going to be a fine example. Alright, so we're going to go to a wheel. That one's pretty chewed. This one's pretty new. We'll go on to this one. It's a big lantern, man. This has got a lot of lots of nooks and crannies to deal with here. Nice. Heavy embossing on the front. I like that. Gonna pop out real nice when we oil her up. Okay, so going to a wire wheel. I'm giving it a little bit of an extension here because we got a lot of little spots to get in. And we'll do this, and then we'll do a pointy bit, and then we'll see where we're at. Yes, indeed. Okay, wire wheel. Alright, so pointy bit, work out of the way. Yeah, this thing was just that very pesky oxidation. But this DIETZ steel takes it real well. Cleans up real nice, even when it's heavy oxidation like that. Now we're gonna hit it with an 800 grit. And we'll get these wires and everything. Wires. Progress. Making good progress here. All right, let's get at it with an 800 grit. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna throw some steel wool on this thing. Get the bottom of this all polished up nice. Let's see here. Yeah, now we're ready for an oiling. Yes, we are. Come on now. Getting all caked up here. This is why we wipe off the excess oil. It gets all cakey. It's all cakey and shitty like that. You leave that shit. Like the way I brush it on here, if I just brush this on and just left it, this thing would be all gross and sticky and weird. Yeah, you gotta make sure, man, you wipe off pretty much oil as you can. You're not gonna get it all without a solvent, but still in there, still is protecting and all that. So, all right, now we're going to oil it up. The bottom doesn't really necessarily need much, but we do it all anyway. Make sure everything's protected. Oh, let's see what all this patina looks like here. That was covered with a lot of rust and a lot of shitty black paint. Look at that, nice and dark. This is, yes, nice. It's going to be a beautiful dark patina. Nice camo-like colors. If that makes sense. Camouflage colors? Well, yeah. Hiding in plain sight, that's being camouflaged with color, right? Okay, let's oil her up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now, let's get this cleaned up. Some of these were a little mutilated. We'll clean them up. They're mutilated whenever the top of this crown was smashed. Smashed the corners of these tabs down, but not before they did a job on the crown itself, cutting them holes open. But I think we got them. We got them shut up. Shut up. These tabs look very healthy. I'm not concerned about them breaking on us here. Why don't we just throw this out? Right, meow. All right, where's my... Still got the radio going. There's guys on, I'm hearing guys on 40 meters now. 80 meters, just wet dry. Everybody disappeared. So I went to 40 meters, listened to them for a while, but looks like, yeah, looks like they've all gone to bed. All right. One, two, three, four. Nice. Okay. And I am using a little wood stick to bend these over. That keeps me from, if I slip off, it doesn't put a big old gouge in the crown. But I'll come back around with a soft tip hammer and make sure that they are well secured. Yes, couldn't even tell. I was all smashed up. I think there's a little deformation right here. Very gradual. Okay, now I brought it back a little bit, but I don't want to put really any tool marks in it. It's gradual. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do some assembly. Yes. And this had a couple vintage wicks to give up here. This, yeah, it's not gonna work. Right. Okay. So this will barely go to the bottom of this fount. It is a large fount, but hey, this is what we got. All the ones we got left are all little nubs like this. So that's what we're gonna have to do. Unless I put a brand new one on there, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see how well our replacement cap blends in. Oh yeah. Perfect. perfect match for there. Now I can bend those tabs back down a little bit. Click. Very nice. All right. And what have I got for a globe? Oh. There we go. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. 1928. Special Blizzard. Yeah. All right. Let's come on down here. Take a look at it. There we have it. Beautiful large fount. Number 2 Special Blizzard, 1928. And there, look at all them pat numbers on these things. Look at that. Okay, I'm sure this fount. We looked on the inside, we looked at the bottom, we looked on the inside, and I don't see any problems with it. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab for another delicious project. Until next time, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.